What's up, everybody? It's your boy Webhead. Listen, I just got a ton of books up here in Boston, so I can't wait to get back to the lab so I can share them with you guys. So everybody stay tuned, all right? I got you. I'm going to take care of you as soon as we touch down. Webhead on deck. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Webhead, and welcome back to C3 Comics. I just touched down. I'm back in the lab. Been up in Boston all day. I'm super excited about showing you what I found up there. I even picked up a couple of things that I missed out on. So without further ado, I'm just going to jump right into this comic book haul. I'm going to start with DC. I picked up a few issues from the back. I picked up The Outsiders, issue number 1. Love that cover. It's a beautiful cover. I still haven't started reading this story arc though, but I'm definitely going to start reading it. I also have issue number 2. And all these covers are fabulous. And I also have issue number 3. Batman, The Outsiders. Show yourself. Now as I move these out of the way, we're going to continue with DC. While I was in Boston, I was able to pick up City of Bane, the A cover, Batman, City of Bane. And then I was also able to grab that cardstock variant. Bah! There you go. Look at that. That's a beautiful cover. One I missed out on, I was glad I was able to pick it up. Year of the Villain. And also, I was able to get one of the Freezing covers from Lois Lane, issue number 1. So I was happy when I saw that, so I had to grab it. I couldn't leave it on the shelf. It was the only one there. It was kind of like it was just waiting on me. Next up, we're going to stay with DC. The last book of DC, Teen Titans, issue number 32. Fire story, y'all. The story arc is fire. Everybody should be reading that. Teen Titans, issue number 32. Now we're going to jump into Marvel. And because it's such a hot series, you know I had to go back and pick up some more of that Silver Surfer, issue number 1. The regular cover. Silver Surfer Black. I also picked up the Galactus cover. That's a hot cover. Straight fire. Gotta love it. Yeah, so I was up in Boston getting busy. I was like a kid in the candy store. I go everywhere looking for my comics. There ain't no place I won't go to get my comics. I travel state to state to get my comics, and hopefully I can take you guys with me on every trip. I'm going to do my best. Staying with the theme, Silver Surfer Black, issue number 2. And for those of you that aren't reading this story, I know I put that upside down. But here's what he looks like in the fetal position. There you go. Bam. Silver Surfer Black, issue number 2. And this is an excellent story arc too. I don't want to spoil it, right? Because I did read it. But Silver Surfer and Noel in this one, when he travels to that planet, when he's pulled into the dark hole, and he realizes that the whole planet is alive, oh, come on. Man, you got to read the story. You gotta read the story. This story is dope. Donnie Cates is going sick in this one right here. He really showing his skill. Next up, I picked up The Immortal Hulk, issue number 21. I picked up a couple copies of that. Again, another story arc that if you're not reading, you definitely need to get on board. You don't know what you're missing. It's a hard to put down type of comic. Once you start reading it, you can't wait till the next issue comes out. Also, I picked up a couple of Secret Warps. Ghost Panther, the annual, issue number 1. And the beautiful covers. Those covers are hot. And not for nothing, everybody was going crazy over the Captain Marvel joint because of the first appearance. But there were a lot of books out there this week that had some first appearances in them. I know, you know, Captain Marvel was a low print run and all of that stuff, but at the end of the day, it's not necessarily the best story that's out there right now, but, you know, it is what it is. Ghost Panther Annual, issue number 1. Next up, we got Daredevil, issue number 8. I read this story. I was very, very, very surprised at it. So I will be picking up the next issue. And I want to send a shout out to my brother, Just the Rican and his comics, man, who gave me the heads up on this. He actually encouraged me to grab a copy of this. And I'm glad I did, man. So I really appreciate the heads up. This is a dope book. And Just the Rican, you the man, Just the Rican. You the man. I appreciate that, man. And he's always on the site. He's always giving me thumbs up and always trying to encourage me to do better and to keep it up. I really appreciate that, because it ain't nothing easy about doing these videos. You guys make it look easy, but truthfully, there ain't nothing easy about it. There's a lot of work that goes in to putting these videos together. And truthfully, I didn't know that until I started trying to do them myself. So big ups to all you guys out there really, really doing it on the YouTube channels with your videos and everything. I inspire to be amongst the elite one day, you know. But Daredevil, issue number 8, if you're not reading it, definitely read it. It was recommended to me, and I can recommend it to you. Next up, I told you guys I wanted to get that wait a minute variant from Spider-Man City at War. I found it. I was soup when I found it. You would think I found a pot of gold in the store, but I was definitely happy when I found it. Next up, I found X-Liefeld. And then I also found another X-Liefeld. I can't wait to look in there and see what it's like. The way everybody's going sick on Rob Liefeld, I can't wait to see what's going on up in there. One thing I can say about the dude is he knows how to promote a book. He knows how to get his stuff out there, cause the controversy to where you can't help but pick it up. Whether you like him or you don't like him, you gotta respect it. Rob Liefeld, he's a beast. He's good at what he does. Gotta respect that. And from what I can tell, I'm being told he can't draw feet. But it's all good. He definitely knows how to make some money. Next up.
3, 2, 1.
We got some Vampirella goodness. Look at that. That beautiful Alex Ross cover. I found a few Vampirella covers that I like, so I just grabbed them. You know? I just grabbed them. And just the mere fact that I grabbed her covers is going to start me to reading her books now. So, this Alex Ross cover is a beautiful cover. I really like the artwork in it, yo. It's real intense. It's beautiful. It's got texture to it. You can see the lines, the angles, and everything. Like, that's a beautiful image, man. Alex Ross is truly magnificent at what he does. His artwork is exquisite. And the hands and how they just come, man, it just looks so real. That's a beautiful piece of art. Also, another Vampirella cover. That's a nice one as well. Can't beat it. The artwork in this is excellent also. She's just standing in a pool of blood. Man, awesome. This one I picked up because of that beautiful white cover, man. It's just sitting there calling my name. Flawless. And just so you know, like, I don't have anything graded in my collection. I got a pretty deep collection. My collection is pretty deep. I've been doing this for a hot second. But I don't have anything graded. And when you look at a book like this, it's a book like this that make you want to send it out and get it graded. And just to see what it comes back as. Because that white is just so pretty, man. And there's, man, it's just beautiful, man. And that's it for Vampirella. Next up, I caught that Elvira cover. That's a beautiful cover. The artwork on that is truly, truly explicit. I really like it. It's exquisite. And Elvira, the Mistress of Dark, has always been #1. So you had to have it. At the end of the day, you got to have it. You got to rep, you know. And I'm for that. I'm around for that all day. Next up, pull this out of the way. I had to go back and grab Go-Go Power Rangers issue number 21. And we just had to grab it because so much hype is around that. You know, I watch Simple Man Comics as well. Shouts out to Simple Man Comics and the Bolo crew over there. Always keeping us informed about what's to hold and what's not. What's hot, what's cold, what's not. So I respect it. So I went out and I grabbed a couple more copies of it just because. Gotta have it, you know. These are my long-term holds, so I'll be holding on to those for a while. And it makes sense, too, because you got to think, this younger generation are the ones that are watching that. And they're going to look back on those comics kind of like how we look back on Immortal Hulk 180, 181, and Spider-Man 129. Like, these are going to be their grails. You know what I mean? So it just makes sense to have those in your collection, just because. Go-Go Power Rangers, issues number 21 from Boom Studios. Oh, definitely got to show you these. Even though it's not the Virgin, I wind up getting cover A of James Bond 007 with that beautiful yellow cover. I'm telling you, and I was just super excited because they had another one, so I had to grab that as well. There was no way I was leaving both those covers sitting on the shelf, because it's not too often you get to see a beautiful yellow and black cover such as that. The only other time I saw was when they just put that last Catwoman out that had the beautiful black and yellow covers. But other than that, yeah, so I definitely got to have that in my collection. And last but not least, last but definitely not least, we have the most sought after comic of the week, Captain Marvel, issue number 8, first appearance of Star. There you have it, folks. I got it. I finally got my hands on one of those copies. And not for nothing, my local comic book shop, they jacked the prices up on that fresh out the gate. So I was happy to find this for cover price while I was up in Boston. Big up to Boston for keeping the prices affordable for the little guy. But I definitely can't say that about this puppy right here, because this is the one that I got from my
3,
local comic
2,
shop.
1.
I actually paid the $15.99 for the cover, but it's a must-have. You know what I mean? So I got the carnagized variant and the regular variant. So I was super happy about that. And at the end of the day, I plan on sitting on them anyway. So if they ain't worth nothing later on to anybody else, they're worth something to me because they're my comics. And I buy what I like. So there you have it, folks. That's my comic book haul for this week. I hope you guys saw something you like. Maybe you might go out, buy it, read it. It'll change your life. Trust me when I tell you. And before I go, I just want to bring your attention to the comics that you see that I got out in front of you right here. Venom, Funeral Pyre. They got that new story arc coming out this week on the 24th. But I think this is the original one right here. So look for that if you can. Venom, Funeral Pyre. Excellent story. Excellent story. So I don't know what this new one's going to be about, but if it can't top this one, it ain't worth the paper it's printed on. And once again, there you have it, folks. Those are my pickups for July 17th. I appreciate you guys being patient with me while I got this video out. I had to do a little traveling in order to get it done, but I appreciate your patience. Do me a favor, if you don't mind, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Please share this video. I'm a small channel. I'm trying to grow it. Like I said, it's not easy, but I'm going to keep working hard to do what I can to grow this channel. And coming up on our 50th sub, we want to do another giveaway. So share the video, everybody. Encourage people to like and subscribe because I really want to give some comics away. And for nothing other than just giving them away. So let's grow this channel, people. As always, Webhead on deck, and we're going to keep it comic. Peace.